Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Straight Line Motorsports Ferrari GT World Challenge here today, live at the Brands Hatch circuit in the United Kingdom. I am your host and main commentator for today's race, S2_RDZ, and I'm once again joined by the infamous Elliot F64. And Elliot, we were looking at another cracking race here today after a wet and wild one last week at Circuit Spa-Francorchamps. And it sounds like we might be having some microphone issues.
Apologies, I was also typing a message.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it at a lot of our home circuits, most of us actually. Yeah, I think we expect to have a good one here. I know the guys have been practicing hard. So yeah, it should be a fantastic one this weekend, and no rain, so hopefully we'll see a few less incidents, though the track is slightly tighter than Spa. Spa is quite a wide circuit where you can probably get about four wide. Here it's not really possible. You don't even have the time to go four wide here.
No.
Because by the time you get four wide, there's going to be a corner coming up, and if you're going four wide into one, I think you need to reevaluate your racing strategy there. But no, it should be a fantastic one this weekend. I think the main corners to watch out for is the Dingle and turn 1 Paddock Hill bend as well. So yeah, should be a good one.
And the first message I see in the chat is from Sharon Palmer, quite the coincidence, saying good afternoon and good luck to you all. So thank you for Mrs. Palmer for turning into the live stream here. It's always good to have you cheer on for your son, of course. And of course, we do have championship standings that we have not gone over at any given part of the season, and we're actually just about near the halfway point in the season. So we'll go over down championship standings right now. At the moment, with his second win of the season in a row, it is SLM Palmer who's fight back from Ure and actually taking his second consecutive fastest lap as well, and he leads the championship by just a mere 2 points over the Spaniard of SMM Ure, who those two have been really on it here going in the race. And then third place, it is, after getting his second podium in a row, it is the number 20 of SLM Viper, and we'll go underway with qualifying. So we will go right on ahead and start things off. It will be the 20 of SLM Viper for the Speed Demon Motorsports team, who have got his third podium of the season last week at a Spa-Francorchamps. He had the potential to win that race as well. He also secured his first pole position of the season by going sneakily on those intermediate tires, and it worked wonders for him as well. So hopefully he could try and convert on to another second pole position here today.
I'm intrigued to see how Keelan gets on in qualifying. He's gone out with the pack now, rather than dropping back and being last across the line to do his clear laps. Unless he does it on the long main straight down to Hawthorns, I think it is.
He has gone with the pack. So also, as a matter of fact, he does lead the championship with his third win in a row at a total of 96 points, and just behind him in second place is K&K Dot, who is a reserve. So he's been quite up and going, of course, in the season as well. So obviously trying to be the main reserve. He's also sporting a new Cymax Motorworks livery. It's an anime livery as far as I'm aware, so we'll take a deep look at that one real quick as well. Yeah, it is a...
They've got a few guys running liveries for this weekend. I know Palmer is, as it's the race.
Yeah, absolutely. Race for Heroes, SLM Palmer is sporting that livery, so massive respect and credit to Palmer for making that livery as well, paying homage and tribute to the frontline workers and first responders all over the United Kingdom and possibly all over the world as well. So hopefully that livery can possibly get on victory as well. Wouldn't that be something special? Right, so qualifying now underway. Palmer really on the back of the number 20 here, just really feeding on that slipstream and just not getting back. Oh, backfire from the number 20. Such a magnificent scene right there. Ooh, a bit of an understeer and dirty air right there. So this is going to make things a little bit interesting for the 24. The 20 is actually losing out a bit, so we might need to back off here a little bit. This is going to be the big corner right there. You go too wide there, it's going to it's gonna catch your left side wheels, and you're going off. Oh, big sideways moment from the 20. I think he's not on a good lap, so this is gonna definitely help Palmer out in a massive, massive manner here.
Yep, here we go.
And of course, Palmer on pole position by 5/10, but Ure, 63 thousandths of a second behind SLM Palmer.
Someone's off in the background. James is off in the gravel.
Oh, he has gone off. He has to let this traffic by, all these GT3 cars. Interestingly, the GT3s have split off from the GT4s, which is quite interesting.
I've got a lot of new liveries today.
Actually, I say that Tice has split off from the GT4s as well. Doug Barrow in the 13 goes in the third in class. Mushalot now pops into second as well. Where is Keelan thus far? We'll take an eye out on him. Keelan, a 137, so that's not a good lap to start things off.
I do wonder if, because he's now running around at the back of the pack, whether he made a mistake there.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Has he kind of taken this as a warm-up lap? Because that first lap is actually as slow as his out lap, so that's pretty unusual.
The other thing as well, Trev, that we should note is a lot of people running different liveries. Just have a quick look.
iPad's one of them as well in the, what I think is going to be the Tracy Crone themed lime green livery for that driver right there. TJS running a 21 Pilot.
He's running a new livery as well.
Yeah, he is running a new livery as well. It's not like the McLaren livery. That livery almost won. We got a lot of GT3 guys in the pits, so these guys are going to get some fresh rubber with 5.5 minutes to go. And this is going to make things...
And Palmer's got out in front of Viper as well, and Nero's following on behind. So is everyone else going to come into the pits? No, people are staying up for another lap. I think James should be leading this pack. I think. Oh no, he dropped back behind because of the
Grand J10.
spin.
Yep.
Grand J10 up to 4th. IPES up to 5th.
Oh, bit of a lag spike from Grand J10
I saw
there.
That.
Yeah.
James
125.5.
Oh, Doug's lost it. Oh, Doug across the line. Improves, but he was all sorts of sideways coming down the start finish straight after washing wide into the gravel and the grass.
Oh, I'm getting a replay of that now. How in the world do you keep that? Wow, what a save.
Improve. I don't understand how he improved his time either.
Yeah, that's quite the impressive thing as well. So there's definitely some time to find for that 13 Ferrari right there. But what a save that was for the number 13 right there. Bar 27 into 27 goes a bit wide. Oh, that's not someone that's gone off. I've heard someone that's gone off. Grand J10's gone off. And I think Viper has slightly gone off as well. We'll take a look at that real quickly as well. Oh yeah, he's gone off at that really, really death... What was that? The death corner, essentially, of all things. I'm not sure. But these guys are going to get another...
That's Dingledale that I mentioned earlier.
Dingledale, yeah. That corner can catch you out really easily.
It used to be a chicane. It used to be a chicane up there. Yeah.
Really? Interesting.
Yeah. Back in 2005 it was a chicane. Way before that you used to come over the brow of that hill, keep going straight and do a hard right. But now it's over the brow and sort of get it in to the right.
Purple Sector 1 for SLM Palmer, the man on pole position who is needing every single one of these points as much as Ure. And Viper would like to try and get into the championship mix as well. He's 30 points behind SMM Ure for second, and another 2 extra points behind the championship leader SLM Palmer as well. While we got this going on, K&K Dot has now taken pole position in the number 04 Ferrari, and Keelan's only just under half a second behind. Keelan's going to come into the pits. Keelan now the championship leader, like I said, with 96 points. K&K Dot is only 30 points behind with 66 points. And then Tice, who's been on an absolute comeback as of late, is sitting at 52 points. Wouldn't he love to challenge for it, second in the championship or even the main championship itself? Harry's are not doing that. Harry's are not doing too bad as well in 8th place overall and 3rd in GT4. We'll take a look back up front as well. Where is SLM Palmer now leading the way? Is he going to be on a faster lap? It's certainly looking like it, and it's going to be a 4/10 improvement. Viper improves to a 21.6, but Ure will close up. The times have gotten down. It's 3/10 between Palmer and Ure and Viper, but these guys just really on the limit here in terms of grip with these qualifying tires.
How much time separates 1st and 3rd?
1st through 3rd, it's going to be a combined 6.
IPES is flying as well today.
Yeah, it's going to be the devil's number between Palmer and Viper, as a matter of fact. So 0.666 seconds, I should say.
Okay, and James has popped up into 4th now, and
yeah,
Grand J10
He's
look
not
at the gap between Grand J10 and James, though.
Yeah, look at that. Grand J10, only 7/10 down. You haven't seen a lot from Grand J10. He doesn't have the particular racecraft, but wouldn't he absolutely love it to try and challenge for a good grid spot up there?
Not saying I was off on the start finish straight.
Yeah, no, iPass was just letting Grand J10 on by. We do only have a grid of 6 in the GT3 class today, so and then we do have our full stout of 7 cars in the GT4 class. K&K Dot doing an impressive job in the refreshed 04 side Max Motorworks Ferrari, and he's doing himself particularly extremely well here today.
Yeah, Palmer comes back into the pits. Is that qualifying over? Yes, it is. It's qualifying over for both Viper and Palmer.
They're going to try and go for another lap. There is still some time. There is still some time.
Oh yeah, no, they have.
They have one extra lap to do it.
I think Palmer's going to get it. Viper's not going to get to the line, I don't think.
He's going to absolutely try. Let me tell you what, because this is definitely going to be interesting. If Viper can get a really good lap here and get on the front row with Palmer, that would set themselves up very, very well. And keep in mind the way that these 3 guys race. Viper is usually pretty good on fuel for the race, so he might actually have a good challenge going for this race. And it really shows within this qualifying as well. Tice improves, and that will set him to, I believe, 4th in class. Harry's are doing very, very well in the GT4 class as well. Keelan's going to improve his tires here for one final lap. 30 seconds to go for qualifying, so we got a lot of top guys who are going to be able to set one more lap. But I think the big one is going to be if these GT3 guys can get around for one final lap. Excuse me.
Improvement for K&K Dot on that lap. No improvement for Keelan on that lap.
Yeah, everyone's going to get one more lap, including these guys. It's going to be really close for these guys. You're right to the line with about 6 seconds.
I don't think Viper's going to make it. I don't think Viper's going to make it to the
line.
No,
Viper's going to miss out. Yeah, you're right. So Viper's not going to improve, and that's going to be it for him. Palmer will just get one more lap to do it. Yuri's actually had it off. Yuri's had it off.
Yeah, so that's it.
Oh, he's going to... Oh, yep. He took way too much in the turn 1, and that's it for him. That's it for him. And that is it for Yuri on that lap. So that's qualifying done for him. Palmer pretty much has a guaranteed pole position, unless James said, nope, James said's had a terrible lap. Grand J10's done, and iPaz is finished. So Palmer will get a guaranteed pole position. But what about the guys in GT4? Ooh, K&K Dot really on the edge of grip right there. Who's that coming across the line right now? We're going to go to him. It's going to be TJIS. No improvement by 0.2 of a second. Harry's at the next one on by. 3rd in class for the GT4s. It will not be improvement as well. Who's going to come across the line next? It's going to be Doug Barrow. 12th overall. Not a good day for him in the qualifying ranks as well. Mushlat to the line. Barr improves. Mushlat does not improve. Where is K&K Dot? Will not improve. What about Keelan? It's a pretty good lap. No improvement by 25 thousandths of a second. And then Palmer. Is it enough for a pole position improvement? Yes, it is. A 20.928 by 64 thousandths of a second to get pole position by 0.3 of a second. Yuri, a rare mistake for the Spaniard, goes way too deep into turn 1, and that's the end of his qualifying right there. And so the safety car will pick up the 20, and that will be it for qualifying. What a good qualifying session that was, Elliot. Action-packed throughout the entire field. This is going to set itself up for a very, very heated, packed race here today.
Definitely, and mistakes will be made as well. I can't, you know, I can't predict it, but I think it's pretty. It's known that around here, any small error is a large margin that you're going to have to pay, because if you get caught on that grass, you've only got barriers about 2 meters away. So yeah, it could be very costly.
Right, we're going to go through the grid real quickly. SLM Palmer getting another crucial pole position. That's another bonus point for him going his direction. Or no, is it just for fastest lap, I assume? Yeah, the only car in the GT3s to go into the 20s, so that's a feat in itself right there. And so when do the lights go on out, we actually really can't even see them, so it is going to be the pace. Actually, as a matter of fact, it is going to be the pace car. So, oh, look at the field right there. Oh, Keelan, early start for him. So, gonna hop on out, then quickly back on in. On board now with the safety car. Our man Elliott F64 driving that car around. Gonna pick up the 24 and the 77, and they will lead them around for this one single pace lap around here today at Brands Hatch.
God, I love the way this car handles around this track.
Spa-Francorchamps is definitely an exception to that.
Yeah, that's why I said this track will not speak of Spa. We will not speak of Spa.
And so these guys really, they're actually, yeah, you want it. So you got the field of 6 GT3s and the field of 7 GT4s. K&K Dot, I believe that is his first pole position of the season, I'm pretty sure, if I'm correct. So a good improvement for the Spaniard in the revised 04 Side Match Motorworks livery. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to hear from the Spaniard after post-race interviews if he does get a podium finish, but the striking livery on that car, very, very well done there. And so, go through the field one final time. It is SLM Palmer on pole position, followed by the Spaniard of Yere in the 77. Then it is going to be the 20 of SLM Viper in that Ferrari as well, the Phoenix Square sponsored Ferrari, of course. Then it's going to be James Head in the 7, taking up P number 4. Then Grand 10, who is not that far off in qualifying, getting 5th overall, and then iPez rounding out the GT3s. Then it is K&K Dot, followed by SMM Keelan for a 1-2 for the Side Match Motorworks team once again. And it's Heritage and Tice making up this 3rd and 4th in the GT4s. Then it's going to be followed up by Mushlot, Doug Barrow, and then Bar 27 rounding out this 13-car grid here today. Safety car pulling away from the GT3s. And so it's going to be an action-packed start of the race. We'll go on board with the 04 of James Head. And so we're going to wait for the field to start. Get this on-board shot.
Fantastic.
The green flag.
This looks fantastic of them coming down the start-finish straight.
Yeah, it looks awesome indeed. And Palmer, green flag now, and Yuri not with a great start, and Viper immediately on the inside.
James has got a fantastic start up in P3.
Yuri was jumped off the line very well. Oh, Yuri with a big save right there. Big tank slapper on those cold tires.
Everyone through on that one.
Oh, Palmer's gone wide, and Viper to the lead of the race. Viper going wide, and that's the lead taken for the 20. What an impressive start that was for the 20.
He's gone wide, though he may pick up a penalty for that. Just running through, everyone's got through cleanly so far. Yep, everyone's through cleanly.
What a move for that 20 of STM Viper to nail the lead on the start. What a start.
I did miss it. Unfortunately, I did miss that pass. We're going to watch for James now. James is going to have a look on the inside, is he? Not quite.
Oh, this is going to be
slight contact there, I think, through lag. I'm not too sure. But
yeah, James
just IPS loose in the background as well.
Yeah, James Head's going to definitely try and get some valuable points here, even though he is a reserve. He is going to try and fight for some wins, like is K&K Dot. He is a reserve.
Well, James is now full time. James is now full time, so he will be going for results here.
That is very good. Oh, the front two guys on the gravel, or on the grass, I should say. Oh, what's happened to K&K Dot? He's lost out massively.
Yeah, he has, hasn't he?
What's happened to him?
1, 2, 3, 4th in class
now.
We're
not able to find out what's happened to the Spaniard who got pole position in the 04. So Tice now up in front, followed by Heritage and then K&K Dot. Keelan as well has fallen back. What's happened to the Cymax team in GT4?
I don't know, I've missed it. Not too sure if you could pick it up on the replay. I think it might be too late now.
I wasn't able to. I was trying to get a view of K&K Dot and I wasn't able to get a replay of him. Hellraiser's now up, going to go onto the inside, and he's going to take the lead of the GT4 class. Oh, Tice has got that nose up on the inside. Gotta be careful there, gents.
Slight contact.
Yes, slight contact, but well clean. Well held right there. Oh, look at this, too wide! And K&K Dot's going to try and fight on back. What a move for the Spaniard.
Oh, and Keelan's off. Keelan's off. He's recovered it, but he was way wide.
Was that 3 wide for a split second? That was great stuff right there.
It wasn't quite 3 wide, unfortunately. This is quite difficult because we've got a race for right, we've got a race for first and a race for third now, so that's fantastic. GT3's
IPES has gone around. IPES has gone around.
Yeah,
he's gone way off.
His qualifying performance has now gone during the race. K&K having a look on the inside of the tyre, not quite going to get the move done there. Very risky place to make a pass there. But everyone's still running. No major incidents as of yet.
We'll go back. We'll go back to this lead in the GT3s because it is just action-packed all around. If you can keep an eye on the GT4s for me while I monitor this GT3 battle, this is going to be the battle of the day right here, as well as the GT4s.
Absolutely.
It's still a tight. Yeah, Grand J10 has fallen off quite a bit as well. Actually, to be fair, he's not lost that much pace, but he is a ways away. Oh, James has gone on the grass, but kept it well together, well held for James. Viper's still doing his part. Oh, big tank snapper for the 20 once again. He's going to be really
under pressure. Sorry, K&K Dot's under pressure. Tice was a little bit wide coming out of Paddock Hill Bend. Coming along Cooper Straight now, though. It's pretty much nose to tail for everyone. No moves. Any moves? No moves as of yet.
5
on the exit. Oh, that was a fantastic drive. Keelan's got a fantastic drive as he looks to pass. Is that hair raiser? Yes, it is.
Oh, it was blocked. Oh!
K&K Dot's dropped back. K&K Dot left.
He's trying to shove the penalty.
2 cars have come through.
No, he's going wide. Oh, that's going to be a disconnect.
That's a disconnect, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's a disconnect right there for the pole.
That's really unfortunate.
Wow, that's going to be humongous news right there for K&K Dot. Yeah, that's
the pole sitter of GT4 is now out of the race.
Wow,
so James is off. James has gone off the final corner.
Oh, he has. Oh my goodness me! What's happening?
So I don't know if you can pick that up on the replay.
He dropped a position to Ure before he went off.
He just washed wide.
Yeah, under acceleration too. Oh, and the overcorrect as well. Oh, that's so unfortunate for James Head right there. But Grand Chain 10 now moves up into 4th place.
Moving the GT4 for 2nd place in GT4. Keelan up the inside at Paddock Hill Bend. He got the move done. Fantastic move.
Oh, that's quite unfortunate for K&K Dot, who's doing
Hair Raiser back down the inside.
There's actually a bit of slight contact. Keelan's gone wide.
Out wide.
Oh, Doug's gone extremely. Yeah, Doug's gone extremely wide. Yeah, unfortunate for K&K Dot, who did extremely well in this race, and that's just, I really hate to see it happen.
Grand J10's in 4th. And he's back on the tail of the top 3.
Yeah, he's been on the tail. He's been doing extremely well in this race.
He's doing fantastically well.
Hey, you don't usually see him in these kind of league battles, but this is going to be working absolutely wonders for him. Wouldn't he love to get a podium here today at Brands Hatch?
For sure, absolutely, for sure. But just looking back, Tice is now getting away.
He almost just washes away. Yeah, he's really getting away now from these GT4s right now.
Oh, Viper's gone deep into turn 1 on the entry, and he's gone slightly deeper on the exit than he'd like to go. So Palmer's still there. Palmer is still there. Yera's catching right up onto the tail now.
Grand J10 with the fastest lap of the race. Can you believe that?
Can you believe
this?
Yeah, wow.
Can you believe this?
Right now. I don't really want to say much about it though, because I feel like I don't need to jinx it before something happens to him.
This is like moments you don't want to jinx it. Purple Sector 2. He is the fastest man on the track right now in the GT3 class. This is amazing.
I'd say that's because he's in the slipstream, but I don't even think he's in the slipstream yet. I just think he's doing a fantastic job at this time.
Yeah, he's still fastest in out of Sector 3.
Oh, I thought he was a goner then.
Yeah, I thought he was too.
Thought he was a goner
great. This is great stuff.
Oh, he does. He's testing it. He's finding the boundaries of the circuit, and he's testing them.
I'll tell you what, man. There was that. Oh, yeah. Was that Yuri that was
Did you see that?
Yeah. Oh,
that was lucky there.
That was lucky from Yuri.
He did go wide there, but he hasn't lost any time. So,
go on board with.
This is a fantastic
just
race.
on the grass. Well held from Yuri right there for 3rd. He's really on it as well.
Watch for Palmer into turn 1. He's
Palmer now with the fastest lap of the race. Palmer now with the fastest lap of the race.
Has that just been picked by Jordan though? For Grand J10, not quite. What's the gap between their times? Let's have a look.
5/10. Actually, no.
1/10.
Actually,
no, it's 9/10. It's 9 point. That is 9 point. No, it's not. Never mind. It's 9/10. We'll stick with that. And Jordan's gone wide. Grand J10's gone wide.
Has he?
Rejoined. Yeah, he went very wide there. He did rejoin. And I think he lost too much time, but he is now overdriving.
Yeah, he...
Oh, and Doug's got past Mouchelot. Doug has got past Mouchelot, and it must have been pretty soon, because Mouchelot's right on his tail.
I'll tell you what, Yere's not that far off Palmer's fastest lap. It's only 12 thousandths of a second between Palmer and Yere for fastest lap of the race. So these guys really, really trying to keep it nice and easy behind Viper here as well. Yere's actually done pretty well to conserve the fuel as well. So if Viper can keep this up and maintain his lead, this would be very, very good for him on strategy.
Oh. Everybody going wide there, but Viper the luckiest out of the three of them.
Three of those guys just going wide. Oh, that's amazing right there. We'll go back.
Fantastic, honestly.
Keep an eye on the GT3s for me as we'll go look at the GT4s, where it is still TGIS, still a second ahead of Keelan in the 22. Keelan's been doing particularly well because these two are really trying to fight it out. I'll tell you what, since K&K Dot has had that disconnect, it's going to blow this championship wide open for second place now. It's going to blow it. It's going to blow it wide on open now, and this is like.
I think Keelan will take it. If Keelan, where's Keelan? Keelan's not in the lead, but do you know what?
No, Keelan is in the lead of the championship.
Jordan's way wide. Jordan is way wide. He's still wide. He's just rejoined.
Once again.
He rejoined at the end of the straight.
Once again.
I wonder if he picks up a penalty for that. No, he didn't. Wow, great. But do you know what? The battle for first has now become a battle for second. Palmer has dropped back from Viper, who's doing a fantastic job.
But I think, oh, Jordan's gone off as a matter of fact.
Is he?
Yep, he's done it finally. Big hit by the way as well. Big hit by the way.
Yeah, no damage thankfully, but Palmer very close there to the edge of the circuit. Now, interestingly, again, take a look at the fuel. Oh, Viper's made a mistake, but take a look at the fuel situation for all three of these guys. Viper again is not draining his fuel as much as the other two.
Yeah, this is what's going to help. I'll tell you what, if Viper can have these great starts and maintain this lead, you know, keep the pressure off his shoulders, and yet maintain the fuel, and at the same time kind of maintain the tires as well. Because these tires, they all get changed up as quickly as anything. It's just going to come down to the fuel and how much he can save. Viper can do that extremely well while maintaining this lead of this race.
Absolutely, a little lag spike there from Yarrow, and I think it's actually helped him get right back onto the tail of Palmer somehow. So.
Yarrow's gone a bit wide.
Oh, he's gathered it back together, so that's okay. Yarrow's not yet looking down the inside. He's not yet close enough in my opinion, but Viper's making mistakes. Palmer's now on the back of him and got a good run on the straight.
Oh, someone's gone wide, and I think that might be Ipez. Yeah, it's Ipez who's gone extremely.
He's off. That's going to be heavy damage on the front as well. Yeah, I can tell you exactly what's happened.
Yeah, he's gone a bit too deep. Oh, that's going to be a big one.
Him across the circuit, right?
Yeah, big one.
Across the circuit?
Big one right there.
Yeah.
Everyone's doing a good job at evading the
bars off. And Mouchelot's got back in front of Doug, so a fantastic little battle going on here between Mouchelot and Doug.
Penalty. Oh, there's a penalty for Doug. So we'll have to serve that. It is still a close battle for the race lead now. Keelan's actually done pretty well to catch back up to ties at the moment. So, and soon these guys.
Fuel situation. This is. Do you know what? It's surprising because you'd think, as it's almost pretty much single make, you'd think everyone would be burning through their tyres and their fuel at the same rate, but
no,
they're not.
It all comes down to the driver and how they all.
Palmer's here. Palmer's on it right now.
Yeah, it is time. It's going to be close once again. Viper goes a bit wide, but that's kind of just giving the runoff. And this is going to make things interesting because I think this next stint right here is going to be all crucial because of the traffic. It's going to make all the difference.
Yes, so they are approaching bar now, aren't they? So they're taking it very easy.
Yeah, it's going to be extremely, extremely intense right here thus far.
Having a sniff. Palmer's trying to put Viper into a mistake. It's going to come. This mistake is going to come, and how soon is it going to come?
I'll tell you what, though. I think the two. I'm going to go on a limb here and say the two stop. Actually, worst case scenario, the one stop might be a good. There is going to be traffic because bar 27 is now going to play a factor into this as well.
Traffic on the next lap.
We'll go on board now with Barr. He's getting shown the blue flags right now. Oh, Palmer right up along the back bumper.
Viper needs to defend.
Palmer's going to try it. Nah, he's going to let that by.
He's not defending. Palmer's lagging to the inside. He's down the inside.
Oh, there's contact.
Side by side.
There's slight contact. Palmer's gone wide, and Yuri's going to check up. And these two almost 3 wide.
Round the outside. Round the outside goes Viper. He's going to have the inside of the next corner.
What a move. What a move.
Wow, what a way to get back that first place, and they're still catching Barr, but not at the rate that they'd like because they're battling.
Yeah, Barr's going to have to let these guys all go, and he will. On board with the driver himself. Oh, he's going to actually get in the way of Palmer and Yuri. Oh, that's crucial for the 20, and Yuri now up into 2nd place.
So Barr just kept it on the racing line. Barr did. Oh, that's a disconnect,
from Yuri.
Yuri's disconnect.
Oh,
no, he's back. He's back. Oh my gosh, he's back.
Big lag spike from Yuri.
Oh, I'm getting lag spikes from everyone, I think.
Oh,
he's gone again.
It's just Yuri.
He's gone again. Oh,
no, it's just Yuri. It's just Yuri.
It's gone. It's gone.
And that's Yuri disconnected. Oh my God. Oh, that's big news for the championship leader.
That's both the Spaniards out of the race.
That is massive.
One in GT3 and one in GT4. That is huge. Now, what can we... As Viper pits. Viper's in the pits, Palmer's in the pits.
Yep, these guys pitting. Oh, that's mega news.
That might be a 3-second time penalty for Palmer.
Yeah.
He did cross the white line on the inside coming into the pits.
Yeah, let me see if I can get that real quickly.
James is in. James got past Grand J10.
And just to confirm... Oh, Palmer might have just hit it. I was able to
What about Viper? Did Viper do it?
No.
It's on the right-hand side. Oh, yellow flag's ahead. Who's that gone? Grand J10 just took the lead and he spun off. Grand J10 just took the lead and he spun off, and Palmer's jumped Viper. Palmer has jumped Viper in the pit stop. Oh, look at the fuel difference. Look at the fuel difference, though.
Is that damage on the front of the on the front of the 20?
It shouldn't be.
No, there is. Has he hit Grand J10?
No, Grand J10 spun it off into the gravel after taking the lead as these guys pitted. So he's now lost a huge chunk of time.
Gotcha. Look at the amount of fuel difference that Palmer has to Viper. Viper,
yeah,
if he can try.
Viper and James are on the same fuel strategy here.
Oh.
No, sorry. Palmer and James are on the same fuel strategy.
So Sharon Palmer saying, "Come on, Palmer!" Obviously cheering him on as much as he can, and so now the Sidemax team feeling the pressure right now, as they say, all resting on Keelan right now. So the Sidemax team needing and hoping that they can extend their championship lead here today. It's going to be the 22 versus the 78. Keelan and Tice, they absolutely need this championship lead right here. The only British driver today in the Sidemax team, and has fallen foul for the Spaniards today, and this is not a good day so far for the Sidemax team thus far.
Front runner's getting past Barr again. James has now got past Grand J10, who's in the pits.
And now there's a good possibility that James could have a guaranteed podium here today as well. There's a good chance.
He's got the podium. He has got the podium at this stage. Oh my gosh. Grand J10 is underfueled. Grand J10's had that issue in the pit lane. He's underfueled.
Oh, has he? Did he skip the fueling phase of the start?
I think perhaps he may have skipped it early, but not an immediate skip because he's got such less fuel on board now.
They've all said that I should take second place in the championship.
Just looking back, Keelan's got back in front of Tice.
No, he's been in front of Tice.
Oh, was he? I missed that. I knew he was catching him, but Keelan was faking him out there. Did you see that?
Yeah, he was. The flash from Tice. Yeah, you can tell he's not happy about that one. Did Keelan actually fake the pit right there?
Yeah, so he went to the inside as if he was going to come in, but then jinked back to the left, and then Tice did exactly the same thing because of what Keelan did.
Let's take a look at it right here.
Good tactic.
Oh, yeah.
You see it, right? You see the little jink.
Yeah, I love that. It's a real cheeky thing to do, but it's like, it's completely legal.
It is. It's absolutely legal. Now, Viper's lost a second to Palmer.
Well,
Palmer's on a less fuel load, so that makes sense.
Fuel load. Yeah, it makes a whole lot difference. Viper's going to try and play the long game here. Obviously, I think he's doing it just for the stability, because these cars have a tendency to really slide without the extra fuel load.
Just doing a quick regulation spot check, and everyone's absolutely fine. 374 brake horsepower and 1350 for the GT4s, and everyone's correct in GT3s as well, so that's fantastic.
I'll tell you what though, you have to absolutely feel for the Sidemax guys because they were doing absolutely well here today. Pole position in GT4 with a 1-2 for K&K Dot and Keelan, and then second place for Yuri. Yuri did absolutely nothing wrong there. It's just, once again, the internet, it doesn't, it's a frustrating thing to have happen, obviously.
Message here from Yeros asking me to pay for his internet.
Also, here we go, GT4 guys in the pits. Keelan, Tice, and Hairraiser all in the pits for the race lead in their class. So this is going to make things very, very interesting thus far.
Let's have a look. So, Mooshalot, okay, so Doug's actually just been passed by Palmer. Mooshalot stayed out as well, but lost a huge chunk of time. He's got some damage, and he's gone wide as well, but got some damage to that car on the rear, so not too sure if something's happened there. Running through, everyone, that all seems to be pretty well spread out.
Yeah, it looks like, everyone's kind of on the same strategy here thus far. It's actually pretty interesting. Hairraiser took slightly less fuel than the guys did up front. We'll take a look back up front where Palmer still leads the way by 5-ish seconds or so. Pace-wise...
to get past Doug. Oh, he's off.
Doug's gone off! Doug's gone off! As he going off, oh, that's a big moment for Doug! As he's bigged it, take a look on board with him. He was leading the class after
he tried to get out of the way.
Oh, yeah.
He's leading class, isn't he?
He was leading in class. He elected not to pit. And that's big. He's actually still leading his class at the moment, but he's going to have to pit.
Yeah, Mooshalot's holding him up. But James has got to get past Tice here. But all of them are pitted, so
James is... Oh, shoot, James is behind all of this. Holy crap.
Yeah, James is coming through on the inside, and he's got past Tice, but he needs to be careful of Keelan and Mooshalot battling.
Oh, Tice is still on his...
James.
Oh, be careful about those gents. You don't want to take each other out.
Let's just have a look. James blasts past Keelan, he blasts past Mooshalot. Mooshalot's gone.
James has gone off. James has gone a bit wide, but he's somehow kept it on there.
Keelan and Mooshalot side by side coming up the hill. As the inside goes, Keelan, slight contact there.
Mooshalot goes a bit wide.
Mooshalot's gone wide.
Contact between Mooshalot and Tice.
Still side by side, they need to be careful. Round the outside goes Tice. Round the outside goes Tice. He's got that move done. Fantastic bit of driving there.
They were absolutely door to door bumping each other, and that was well held between
Keelan. Tice wants Keelan. Keelan's dropped right back now into the claws of Tice after that pit stop phase. So, yeah, he wants him. James has now got past Doug. Doug doesn't go deep this time, so that's great. Look. Need a drink. Who's that? Okay, so Keelan's gone deep. Tice is still there. Trev, communicate with me, buddy.
Let's see here. Tice.
Yeah.
Tice still. Yeah, I was looking at the messages. Tice still.
Oh, he's gathered it back.
He's going to have to pit at some point. He does have a almost 1 second penalty, so he's going to have to pit.
Well.
Do you think he's going to try the one stop?
Yeah, I think he is here, but
he's going to try it.
You lose too much time. You lose too much time in doing so.
He is losing a bit more time.
Someone's off hard. Who's that off that's gone off hard? It's Bar.
Is it Bar? Yeah, once again, Bar, unfortunately.
Yeah, Bar's struggling around here.
Yeah, now the gap between Palmer and Viper, last time we checked, was just under 5 seconds. That's now 6.2 seconds, and I think that's just par, in fact, with the fuel load. You think Viper is going to try and not take any fuel on this next stop as much as Palmer, because Palmer, he's going to have to really fill up for this final stint.
Yeah,
because you can keep in mind, Viper's good on fuel in these cars.
Yeah, for sure. So he's lost less fuel than less fuel than Palmer has, and Palmer's Palmer should be draining his fuel out on a lower fuel load because he's just burning up the RPM. So he's burning up the fuel because he's at a higher RPM. So Doug's gone wide. Grand J10 closing on the back markers.
Oh, someone's gone off at turn 2. Who was that? Oh, that's once again Iapez.
Yeah, I'm keeping an eye. Oh, Grand J10 is all over the back of these GT4s. He's going to the inside. He's not quite.
Yeah, he really can't do much. All he got to do is just sit and wait. Wait for the straightaways.
Tyce has gone deep.
Mushelot's
gone deep as well in the background. Grand J10's pitting. Grand J10 needs.
Nia was gonna wait. He was gonna wait.
He's going out for another lap.
He will have to come back into the pits because I think he forgot to fill.
I did remind the drivers before the race though that it is the job of the GT3 to get past the GT4 safely.
Yep.
By the GT4 staying on the racing line, so that the driver then knows where he's going to go. Otherwise, you get a bit tangled up if you're going to go left and then the faster car goes to pass you on the left. So
I'll definitely tell you what though.
Doug and Keelan, this is going to get hot.
I'll tell you what. If Doug's going to try and make this one-stop work, he's got to absolutely fend off these guys as much as he can.
And he's doing it.
Yeah,
he needs to hold the inside here, which he's doing. Keelan, I think, needs to ease off the throttle here and look for the inside, which he's doing. He's doing exactly what I thought he'd do. Now watch, Doug's going to move to the left. Keelan is going around the outside.
Outside, maybe. Oh, contact! No. There was contact!
There was contact. Keelan's still there. He's got to rejoin safely. Tyce is there as well. Doug's gone wide.
Yeah, Doug's gone wide, and Keelan is going to take the lead.
On the inside. No, he's not.
He's going to stay. Oh my God!
Oh, this is incredible.
How are they still on track? You cannot make this up.
It is clean for now.
Doug, big size moment. Mushelot's gone
wide in the background.
This is crazy
Keelan
stuff.
To the inside. Doug's braking so late that he's managing to hold it on the outside. But
there's no way. Nah, this is going to be it.
There's no way he'll hold it on the outside.
Nah, there's no way.
Grand J10's in the pits.
There's no way.
Doug and Keelan side by side, all door rubbing. Doug to the outside. Doug's going wide.
Doug's gone too wide. Keelan with the sideways moment.
Wow. Now Tyce is back on him. Tyce is still there.
This is insane stuff right here.
Great racing. This is exactly what we want to see.
We did promise you it was going to be another exciting one here today at Brent's House, and my God, it's only been halfway through this race.
Not even halfway. This is just fantastic. We're about 2 laps away
Keelan
from
almost
being
went right into the back of, or Tyce almost went into the back of Keelan. Excuse me for that. Someone's pitting. It is Iapez, and someone. Oh no, it is Iapez now. Let's see what the gap now is up front. It is now 7 seconds between Palmer and Viper, largely in part due to the fuel load. Palmer.
He's doing all right.
He might. I don't think he's gonna.
He has to make another 2 stops. He's gonna have to make another 2 stops.
He's gonna have to. Unless he fills up to the end this time by and goes on the long game here, I think Viper might actually have him on strategy here today.
No, I don't. I don't see. Ooh, that is about 6 seconds worth of.
Oh, Viper's gone wide. I think.
He did. He went a slight bit wide there.
We'll take a look at this real quickly. Indeed. Oh, the rear tire stepped out. He rear stepped out. He tried overcorrecting, but he somehow went off wide still. So Palmer now 8.8 seconds the gap. And let's go back with this GT4 class battle. It is still Keelan and Tyce.
Oh, this is great. They're still going at it. It's a shame that it's now 2 out of 3 because Doug's dropped back, and Mushelot and Hairraiser are having a battle as well, so we don't want to miss that.
On board with Keelan and Tyce. On board with Tyce, looking at Keelan. Keelan got a better exit out of.
Tyce can be running fuel map 3 at this stage because he's in the drop.
I don't, right,
to be honest. On Hairraiser, here we go. Is Mushelot going to have a look to the inside? He does. Are they side by side? They are. There is an overlap. Mushelot to the inside of Hairraiser. Hairraiser's going to keep it on the outside.
Can they hold it? No, Hairraiser well held.
From Mushelot to acknowledge that.
There was going to be traffic going on through. It is Grand J10 who is in 4th. Oh, Mushelot and Hairraiser both go wide.
Somebody was at a slide.
That was Grand J10.
Okay.
Oh, Mushelot's gone wide. Oh, what the save with Grand J10. Mushelot's gone around. Oh, well held.
Yeah, there was contact there, but I think Grand J10 just needed to back out of that. There was an incident happening ahead of him. There's no... yeah, that was... I'll
be honest, that could have been a lot worse, and that was possibly the best scenario that could have happened right there. So well held. Oh, Grand J10 on the inside. Oh my goodness me. Almost forced an issue there.
Right, and next up he's got to get past Tice and Keelan.
Oh,
this is gonna spice it up.
This is definitely gonna spice things up here, as well.
But if anything, I think Tice could lose out. I do think Tice will lose out in Grand J10 trying to get past.
Tice has got a penalty. Palmer is into the pits. Palmer is into the pits. The race leader.
Viper is staying. He's coming in.
Viper in. Oh, this is gonna make things interesting. Very interesting indeed. Look at the fuel difference. Look at the fuel difference now.
Oh yeah, Palmer needed to come in. Viper didn't.
He's gone out now.
No, he's not. Palmer's coming out. That's a really quick pit stop. Oh no, Viper's lost too much time. Viper has lost way too much time. It was 10 seconds before the pit stop.
He's filled up.
It's double.
He's filled up. He's actually gained a bit on the. He's actually gained a fair bit, to be honest with you. He has.
Right. Palmer might have to stop again.
Palmer, let's see here. Yeah, I think he's got to come out. I'll tell you what.
Grand J10 has backed out of a move on Tice. I think Tice wants him to go. I do think Tice wants Grand J10 to go. Grand J10 needs to go to the inside. There we go.
Yeah, that was.
He's going to get down the inside of Keelan here. Oh no!
He's forced him. He's forced him onto the grass.
I'm not liking this.
I don't think Keelan expected him to be there, to be honest with you. But
Grand J10's just got to send it up the inside to get through. Watch for Tice.
Oh, he's going around, as a matter of fact.
Grand J10's gone round.
Oh, that's you can't really do that when you have to make.
Well, I'll be honest. He was giving the GT4's priority there, probably a bit too much.
Yeah.
But this has spiced up the battle. Now Tice is right on the back of Keelan. Tice needs to fake it to the left. Fake it to the left. He's going to go. Oh, he's going to fake it. No. Is there a gap on the inside? Not quite.
No, not really. Keelan's really defending at the moment wherever Tice goes.
He could get better drive out of here. He could get better drive out of here.
Oh, flash the lights.
He wants him.
You can see the battle scars on the front of Tice's car and Keelan as well. So these two have definitely had some contact. So they've definitely had some argy-bargy. Oh, Keelan a bit wide.
Keelan was. That's risky. Anytime you put your wheel on the outside there, it's risky. Air Race has just done the same thing as well, but
I'll tell you what, the podium interviews are going to be absolutely spicy here if they stay as is. It's absolutely
they got blue
insane.
flags as Jordan's regaining on them, Grand J10.
Yeah, that quickly that these cars can it's that quickly that these GT3s can get back on the GT4s. It's that quick.
There's nothing else happening really.
No, not really. Besides this main battle for the lead, Grand J10 goes wide in the background. I think it's not really a battle up front, but it's based on pure strategy up front for the GT3s at the moment.
Strategy battle, that's what it is.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's not an indirect battle, it's not a direct battle, but it's indirect.
Grand J10's coming through on one, and he's on the inside of Keelan as well. That's going to be contact.
Door barge, and he's forced him off. Keelan's been forced off.
That was not. Do you know what? I can't make out whose fault that was. I think that was probably a racing. Why is Grand J10 now waiting up to let him back through? That's what I don't understand. The damage has been done.
That was a dive. I think that might have been. I'll be honest with you. I think that was.
He had to get back through after the previous lap. He had to get through, but Keelan kind of turned in where Grand J10 was, and Grand J10 naturally washed out wide as the Apex does. So I don't know with that one. We'll have to look at that after the race, and probably one of them's going to post it in the chat.
I wouldn't.
Instant log.
I'll say, I've got a message in the stream chat as well saying from Oliver Smalley, is there still room? I assume regarding the league participation, if you want to, we might have a spot open. Not too sure as of yet, but do please get in contact with Elliot, Elliot F64 on PS4, or myself, S_RDZ on PlayStation 4 as well. So Oliver, if you are...
please do contact me privately, not publicly.
Right, so we'll go back up to this front battle for GT3 at the moment, where it's still Palmer leading the way. Of course, going to get by some traffic in the hands of Doug Barrow.
Grand J10's got back through in front of both of them.
Okay, interesting.
I do wonder now if Tice is going to fuel save.
I'll tell you what, that has Keelan been gaining back? Has Keelan
Keelan's definitely gaining.
I'll tell you what, Tice has got more fuel in the tank than what Keelan has. But I think Keelan's now going to have to really try and push, because with about 25 minutes to go or so, it's definitely made the second half of this race very, very interesting.
Palmer's struggling.
Palmer...
Yeah, he nearly lost it coming onto Cooper Straight, which is the second straight, effectively. The straight that runs parallel with the start-finish straight, he did have a moment there.
So Viper now just about 12.
Not as much of a moment as James has just had. Wow, that was well held.
We're going to go on board with James Head. Whoa! Whoa! Yeah. I just caught the tail end of that. We'll go back a little bit more as well. And let's see. Oh, even on traction control, the car wanted to instantly kill him as well, which is quite interesting. So James Head actually utilizing the traction control, whereas Palmer and Viper are not. James Head's not that far out of the equation as well, keep in mind.
Yeah, he is. 13 seconds back. What do you want? No, I'm not trying to be offensive or anything to him, but you say he's not out of the equation, he's 13 seconds back. If you want to talk about anyone being out of the equation, unfortunately, it does look like it's going to be Grand J10 and IFS. Even James Head is about to lap IFS at this stage. So, yeah, we'll run with that for now. Just running back through. Keelan's not really gaining back on Tice after the contact with Grand J10.
Actually, to be fair, he kind of is, because he's now just gone below 3 seconds the gap. So he's slowly making his way back up, but it's not by much. And Hairrazor's not even that far out of the equation as well now, because I think that contact just kind of opened things up for Hairrazor and possibly Doug Barrow. Doug's pit a while ago. We're not really particularly sure when, but he has pit. So might there the fact that he might be trying to go for this one-stop strategy here today.
Doug can't go. Oh, no, I'm on board with Hairrazor. That'll help.
Doug's actually filled up quite a bit on his stop. I think he might have taken the fuel tank. He might have filled up to the end.
I don't think.
Keelan in the pits. Keelan is in the pits.
So out of P2 in class, he's into the pits. I think we'll see Tice come in this lap.
Yeah, Hairrazor's gone by for third. No, Hairrazor's gone by for second place. Where is Doug?
So Doug doesn't need to pit again. Keelan's covering off Doug.
Yeah,
and he's done so.
Yep, well done to Keelan. Slimax guys are looking for whatever points they can salvage and whatever silverware they can bring back to their headquarters here in the home country of the United Kingdom. It's not been the day for the Slimax team thus far. Of course, K&K Dot had that disconnect after getting pole position in their class. A 1-2 for the Slimax team in qualifying in the GT4 class. And then Yuri with a major disconnect as well. And that's blown the championship for second wide open as well. And so now, once again, and then Keelan, who's doing super well in the Yeah, going back to what I said about Keelan. Keelan, who was doing so well in this race, just unfortunately gets hit by one of the passing GT3 guys, and of course has to make his way back up to the front of the field there. Tice, I don't know. He's got some fuel in the tank, so we could try and extend this gap a little.
Oh wow!
He's gonna.
He was struggling on his tires for sure.
I think he's gonna go one, at most two more laps. Where is Palmer and Viper? Palmer now, just 10 seconds up the road from ST and Viper.
Gap as what it was before the pit stops. So as they came into the pits, it was 10.8. Now back up to 10.2. Oh. Running through, James Head's still making his way through the GT4 pack. He's got past Doug now.
Yeah, James hasn't particularly lost out that fair much, but he's trying to do whatever he can to salvage third place as well. He is 40 seconds ahead of...
What happened to Tice? Go, quickly do a replay on Tice there for me. He looked very slow coming onto the Grand Prix loop.
No, he's just not lost out any time, I think.
He just lost it. It looked to me like he was very slow coming onto the Grand Prix loop.
He's 7 seconds clear of Hairrazor, as a matter of fact. So might it be hair raiser?
No, I was definitely looking at tyres.
Keelan, 14 seconds.
He just looked. The car physically looked and sounded slow. Let's just have a look. Right, he's coming through to the pit lane now. Okay, and Keelan's coming up to... This is going to be close.
This will be close. Tice now, who's done so well in this race, to stay out of trouble.
Hair raiser. Oh, do you know what? I don't... Oh, he's hit the wall. Hair raiser hit the wall coming into the pit.
So where is Keelan now? He's coming across the Brent Hatch Bridge, coming through the final corner now. This is going to be interesting as enough as it is. And he's got...
Here comes Tice. Tice is coming out. Here they come. James is coming up behind Keelan as well. This is going to be... No. Be careful here, James. Be careful here. Keelan's tucked in behind. James is going wide.
Can I also point out that Tice just exited on a full red light pit exit, so technically he went out on a closed pit exit, essentially.
That's fine. I don't care about that. It's an auto pit exit. It's an automatic pit exit.
No, just playing it funny with the game and how it works, essentially. So Keelan...
I mean, Keelan's gained. He has gained.
He's gained quite a bit, to be fair. Like 2 seconds to gap.
Whoa!
Look at yeah, you see the fuel.
Just bring up a replay of James and Tice then, please.
So we'll go back to...
That was very close of James when James came past there. Both sort of turning across each other.
Yeah, I'll take a look at that. Oh, yeah, I caught that.
It was close, wasn't it?
It was very, very close there. Cannot make that one up, ladies and gentlemen, tell you what. 10.5 seconds to gap now. Viper's been trying to play this really long fuel game thus far. If he comes in now in about 3 minutes' time and doesn't take any fuel, he could make it work. Gonna get the overlap done on bar 27. Viper could have a real good chance of getting the win here today. That's if Palmer has to fill up to that half tank and Viper does not. This is going to make things very interesting and spicy indeed. I think Viper might be saving a bit of fuel as well. Worst case scenario. You think that might be the case?
Who?
Viper. I think he slightly might be saving some fuel there in that 20 Ferrari.
Do you know what? Palmer needs to pit. Dude, look at the fuel situation. Palmer needs to pit. And Viper's round. He's hit the wall.
Has he?
Yep, he just went round and he hit the wall.
Take a look at this. Depends on how much time
he needs to calm himself down. He did this at Spa. He needs to calm himself down because if he keeps it on the track now, he will get past Palmer.
Yes, so a big moment for Viper there. Take it easy. He might have the race win, but he's gonna let it slowly go.
No, it was Viper. It was Viper that spun and hit the wall.
I mean, I'm sorry. Viper can't go too wide.
He's sideways.
He's sideways again.
He's trying too hard because he lost time because he's trying too hard, and now he's trying too hard to regain the time. So he's losing time. He needs to calm it down because he's got a win on the cards if he keeps it on the black stuff.
Yeah, he's one of those guys that can get wins, but he's just it doesn't fall on his way. As a matter of fact,
still sliding it. He's burning up his tyres too quick. He may be able to come in and change his tyres in the space that.
You think he's going to try and possibly hope on the fact that Palmer needs to fill more fuel? I think Viper. He's gonna have to bank on hopefully that Palmer has put fuel. Oh, Viper's going around as a matter of fact. Now that's it.
I told you. He tried way too hard. He had the win in the bag there. All he needed to do was keep it on the black stuff. But that's it. I can't see any way now that Viper can go on to win this race from Palmer. Palmer's already across the start-finish line. Unless Viper pits now for fresh tyres and can nail in some laps, I don't see any sort of result here for Viper. No, he's staying out. He's very close to having a massive incident across the start finish straight. So yeah, I think.
Oh, James has gone around. James has gone around.
Wow, that's late. That's very late as well. If you could bring that up on the replay, because that was very late after the corner.
Yeah, I'm on it as well.
He's into the pits.
Okay, it's Yep, got his right rear wheel on the grass and, yep, went around.
There is going to be a lot of penalties handed out after this because of that pit entry.
And keep in mind, we actually didn't take into consideration as well, Palmer's got that 3-second pit entry cut as well that he will have to serve.
True. That is true.
So we didn't take that.
Viper's now lost 6 seconds. Viper's lost 6 seconds now, so in both of those spins, he's lost 6 seconds. He needs to calm it down, keep it on the track, come in for some fresh rubber. Palmer's pitting in this lap for sure, looking at the fuel situation.
Definitely. I said that he was going to try and go on 15 minutes left. And he's done it again! He's done it again!
Twice.
He's done it
twice. He did it twice on that entrance. That's, what's that, 3-6. Bear with, let me have a look at the penalties and the regulations. If Viper can keep it within the lines coming into the pits.
Yeah, that time
and
was
the inside as well, which he does. Yeah, do you know what? Just tyres. You just need tyres and you just need to... Oh, Palmer's back out. Come out now. He needs to come out. He needs to come out. He's fueling up too much. He needs to come out. That's way too much fuel. He's taken on way too much fuel.
Actually, to be fair, it is the same amount of fuel that Palmer... It's actually less fuel than Palmer has taken, believe it or not.
Yeah, but the Palmer's still got 11-second gap. Right, let's have a look at these penalties.
But what's the penalty? Because if Viper can keep it within 10 seconds, I believe it is, or 5, or whatever it is, or no, 10 seconds.
I'm going to look at... He cut it... How many times has Palmer pitted? We've seen him cut it twice, plus 2 just then, right? So that's 4. 4 cuts.
4 cuts for...
Palmer.
How's he cut it 4 times?
I think he's cut it... Okay, well, we'll go with 3, but there's potential 4.
What's,
Stand
wait.
by.
Wait, how's he cut it multiple times?
Oh, it's on the right-hand side. He crossed it twice coming into the pits on that time, and he's pitted 2 times before that pit stop. This is his 3rd stop, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. So he cut it twice on the first 2. He cut it once on the first one, once on the second, and twice on this 3rd pit stop. That's 4.
So that's 4 cuts, possibly.
Yep, 4 is 15-second time penalty.
So as it stands right now, Viper could win this race.
Yes.
Viper could win this race, or it thought
By
it was
penalties.
Yeah, if you can confirm that to me, Elliot, if it's in the rule book as it is.
So let me pull up the rule book here for you.
Yeah. Go for it.
So all drivers must keep 4 wheels inside of the white or yellow lines when they are pitting. Do not cross or touch the pit entry exit lines with the tyres. If you do, you will be awarded increment penalties after the race, which will affect your finishing result. First offence is 3-second penalty. Second offence is 5. Third is 10. Fourth is 15. Fifth offence is 30-second time penalty. The 6th offence is 45-second penalty.
So there is a really, really possible chance that Viper, on penalty for Palmer, could win this race.
Viper could win based on the penalties that are dished out for all drivers on pit entry after the race, yes.
Well, this is going to make it very, very interesting here thus far.
Yeah, definitely. But I think Viper did cut it once on his 2nd stop coming in on the left-hand side. Well, again, we'll have to check into it and look into it, but...
Yeah, if you can, if you can real quickly before, Viper,
everything will be provisional. The race result is provisional. We'll have to look at it after the race.
Viper went wide into the final corner. His 2 left wheels were on the grass, but he somehow kept it on from going off the track. That is unbelievable. His car was halfway off the track. Unbelievable.
Oh, Tice is disconnected.
Oh, has he?
That's a major disconnect.
That is major! You can't be serious!
I thought I'll have a look through and see how that battle's getting on.
That is...
Keelan's got to be thanking his lucky stars here.
That's unbelievable. Oh my god. You can't make this up. Oh my god. That's now 2nd and 3rd in the GT4 Championship that is disconnected.
Perez this round, he's done it again.
Oh my god. You literally can... Well, I hate to say it for everyone, but it's like... You wanted the action in the first half, and then you also wanted the heartbreak as well. That has been that race in 2 words right there, ladies and gents.
Now, it's nothing in comparison to the disconnect we had last week. Disconnect from last week affected half the grid.
The whole lobby, yeah.
This has only affected 3 drivers, I think.
And I'll tell you what, it's definitely going to affect. Tell you what, it's definitely going to affect their championships in some way, because it's not those guys who have, that have, not done great, but at the same time not too terrible. It's going to be those guys who have been down the order. They're going to get some luck going their way, but on the other hand of Keelan and Palmer, they're going to get their lucky benefits in this championship. Let me tell you what.
The other thing as well is Hair Razor and Doug. Look at Hair Razor and Doug in 2nd and 3rd for winding road racing.
Yeah, they're going to get some. They're going to get given 2nd and 3rd in the points. And
Mooshlot could potentially get a podium.
Yeah, Mooshlot's not even that far off as well.
No.
Keep that in mind. So the gap now within 10 seconds for Palmer. The gap now is within 10 seconds for...
Yeah, Palmer's got this win. After those 2 spins for Viper and overfueling his car, I think they both overfueled him, in my opinion.
Well, let me tell you what right here.
Grant J10 is actually catching him.
Who? James said.
No, Grant J10's catching Palmer.
Has he? Oh, he hits. You think Palmer's fuel saving a fair bit?
Is Palmer fuel saving potentially? Yellow flags ahead. Somebody's off.
No one around on the mini-map. Someone might be slow, though. Also, here's the interesting thing. We don't know, on virtue of these penalties, if it's going to affect Palmer's race win. Because this could go any direction at this rate.
That's true. That is true.
So... Oh, Grand J10's going wide in the background. Kept it on track, though. Kept it going in a straight line. But now this could be very interesting in terms of penalties. Because... Palmer's got a 3-second penalty, but actually no. Palmer has a 10-second penalty.
James is 40 seconds back.
Questionably a 15-second penalty, but then at the same time you got Viper, who's got a 3-second penalty, possibly as well. Viper, as a matter of fact, might not even have a penalty after all of this as well.
What's concerning is it sounded like in the background, because we can hear Viper, because he's your brother and he's in the room next to you. But yeah. It's interesting that I can hear Viper in the background saying to Palmer, do you want to back off and come across the line together? Because that would definitely hand Viper the win. Now, all Palmer needs right now is Viper to make a mistake.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then that could allow possibly James Head to close on up drastically as well.
So the gap between...
Ipez gone wide in turn 1. He's going to let these guys on by. There's a lot of them coming on through. Good move for Ipez.
Ahead.
Well done, Ipez, for not ruining anyone's race. Still holds on to 5th place, but is a minute or so ahead of Keelan.
Right, how's Mooshlot getting on?
Mooshlot
is gaining. He's staying behind Palmer here to gain on Doug.
He's also got Grand J10 behind as well.
Yeah.
So Grand J10 getting on by, thanking Mooshlot. But now they've got to get by Doug, Barrow, and Hair Razor. Hair Razor and Doug, I don't think they even expected podium finishes here today. I don't think they even expected
to be coming down between the leaders.
It's going to be close. Has the gap now decreased from the leaders, essentially? Keelan's in the pits! Keelan's in the pits!
That's fine. He's way up the road from Hair Razor. Oh,
he's actually just gained. He's just coming for fresh tires. He's coming for just fresh tires on that stop. Almost goes wide in the first corner. He did that, I think, to just cover off the guys behind him, essentially. Tell you what, it's not a terrible idea, of course. What's the gap now to the guys up front? 10.3 seconds the difference between Viper and Palmer. Fuel level almost in line between the two now. So well done to each. So well done to each of those drivers. Oh, this is going to be insanely close. This is going to be real close. Oh, Mouchelot! Oh! Viper got held up a little bit by Mouchelot when he absolutely didn't need to get held up.
Was Mouchelot on the racing line? Was Mouchelot on the racing line?
I think he was. We'll go on board now with the 20.
If Mouchelot was staying on the racing line...
No, he moved slightly right. He moved slightly right. He moved slightly...
he's got... Doug's off wide.
Doug's wide. Doug's wide.
But there is a penalty, at least a second for Mouchelot if he doesn't serve it. He needs to drive. He's
got iPads coming through. He's got iPads coming through.
Yeah, he'll get the toe off iPads down straight though, which will help him.
Gonna serve some of that penalty. Doug's gone slow, I think. Not too sure there. Hairraiser and Keelan, about 6 seconds or so.
There's no other battles on track. Oh, Doug's gone wide! And is he round? Is he round? Is he round?
No, he's not. No, he's not around, but this battle... Look at that.
This is for a podium place. All provisional, of course. But this is for a podium place in the GT4s. But look at the fuel situation. They're both going to need to pit. Oh my gosh, they're both going to need to pit.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Doug's gone a bit wide. This is going to be close. This will be close. No, I think... Oh, it's going to be close. It will be close. Grand J10 getting by the 22 of Keelan.
It is a bit annoying that I can't investigate those pit cuts. Because I can't wait to find out what happens to the results.
I'd say immediately get on it after the race and invite the guys in for podium interviews. Because this has been the race of, you know, action once again and heartbreak for some of those guys.
Absolutely, and I can't believe that we had those 3 disconnects as well, all from podium positions.
That's gonna open the championship well wide open. It's gonna open it up wide open here today because those guys, Yere, KNK Dot, and Tice, are only gonna get 1 point at most. Only 1 point at most.
Yeah.
So that's gonna open it up wide.
Oh, Bar's round.
Palmer's gone around.
He's hit the wall. Bar's gone well. Bar.
Oh,
not Palmer,
Bar's gone around. Okay.
Oh, he's still having his incident.
I thought you were saying...
Yep. Viper got through.
Alright, good move for Palmer as well. Someone's coming into the pits. And it is James head. James is in the pits. I don't understand
why he's coming into the pits. I don't understand that. I'm going for fastest lap, I guess.
Possibly.
Yeah, fresh tyres, no more fuel. He's going for fastest lap.
Now there's a kind of a bold move, so I'd say why not?
He's only got 1 lap to do it though. Or 2, maybe 2.
2 at most, yeah, I'd say 2 at most. Depending on when...
yeah, 2 laps to do it.
Depending on what Palmer...
and 1 hot lap. There's 2 cars there together. Oh, right, Mouchelot's got ahead of Doug, I missed that.
Oh yeah, good move. Oh, Doug's gone a bit wide. Oh yeah, he's got the splash and dash. They're both got the splash and dash, you were right!
Yeah, they've both got penalties as well. Both have got penalties, so this is going to be a race now.
Viper into the pits! Viper into the pits! Viper's in the pits!
Really?
Yeah, he's coming to the pits.
I don't understand that. That I don't understand either. Are they all going for fastest lap because they can't
It definitely sounds like it.
Palmer's got the whip. If Palmer's got a 15-second penalty and Viper's just pitted... They didn't... oh, that's interesting. So Viper gets this 15-second penalty. Viper wants to win it.
Mouchelot into the pits. Doug stays out. Doug's staying out.
Doug's going to run out. Doug's going to run out of fuel. He's look at. He's using automatic. I don't know. That's weird actually. It says he's in automatic gears. Is he going to park up? Do we think? No. He's look at the fuel saving he's doing.
Oh my god. Yeah, look at that. Dude, he's got to be on fuel mode 6 right now.
Mouchelot spun out the pit lane.
God, oh my goodness, he has! No way! Oh, he's gone wide into the gravel trap. Oh my god, that might give Doug a humongous breath of fresh air. No way.
Doug's got to. Do you know what Doug might have? It just depends on how much he can save his fuel.
Palmer
Doug might get to the end.
Palmer will come through for the final lap of this hectic and chaotic race here today at Brands Hatch.
He's got 1 more lap to go.
Yeah, this is going to be for fastest lap here.
James has hit the wall hard again.
Well, that's no surprise.
Yeah, fair.
So about 42 laps here today.
Keelan's going one more lap as well with
this is going to be for fastest lap here. This is going to be for fastest lap here.
What is?
James Head and Viper. They're going to go for it.
Right, iPad is creeping across the
James
line.
Head's now 2/10 faster than Palmer, so James could be en route for a fastest lap extra point here today.
Well, iPad is stopping on a live race circuit to take the checkered flag.
I don't really blame him there.
He didn't do it. He's got to do another lap.
Actually, as a matter of fact, he's got to go around for one more lap.
He's got to go another lap.
Doug's held on for third. Doug's held on for third. James has got the fastest lap. James has got the fastest lap. Yeah, he has.
No way. Oh, wow.
And Viper's now 2/10 faster than James Head in the middle of the circuit.
Right.
Oh, he's got a bit
unquestionably, Keelan's got fastest lap. James has got fastest lap.
At the moment, Palmer going to come through the final corner. And at the moment, with where everything stands as is, everything's provisional.
He's slowing down. He's slowing down. That's not what he wants to do.
No, he's not.
Viper's 17 seconds back. If he's got a 15-second time penalty, Viper's going to have it.
Viper's going to come through. He's going to feed on his toe.
Watch the gap come down.
He's going to feed on the toe. He's going to feed on the toe. Is it the fastest lap for Viper?
16.
Yes, it is. A 20.8. 20.8. An extra point for Viper.
Right, yeah, but penalty situation, Trevor, penalty situation. If Palmer's got 15-second penalty, he's going to keep it from Viper by 1/10 of a second.
By 1/10 of a second? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You've got to be kidding me, mate.
That's insane. And Iapez is running around with no fuel. Hair Razor's coming across the line.
Yeah.
Hair Razor P2. Hair Razor P2 in GT4 class.
Yeah, Iapez just completely run out of fuel.
Oh, who also nearly lost control.
He's almost spun it.
Last lap, I probably went off the track. I probably went wide like at least twice. I had 2 tires.
Viper, well, Palmer's lucky there because that is just incredible. If Palmer picks up a 15-second time penalty, oh god, that's
this is going to be nerve chilling. This is going to be nerve chilling. I'll tell you what.
Is it 15 or is it 30-second penalty for Palmer?
I'll tell you what though. We'll do these reviews as if where everything stands as is, because right now it's already insane as it is. I have no idea what's going on there. But Viper, by the skin of his teeth, just nails that fastest lap and gets an extra point. A pole position and a clean race and a race win for SLM Palmer, his 3rd win of the season, and he'll take a hefty championship points lead right there. Keelan will get some fresh air going back to the Mice Motorworks team because they absolutely need it right there. And my God, what a race that was there for everyone. It was a race of action and a race of heartbreak as well.
I went wide twice.
Oh my God. My God, as if we thought Spa was crazy enough, today was crazier. Oh my Lord.
I guess we gotta go do an interview now. What, Discord?
Yeah, I'm just...
oh, hold on, man.
Yeah, I'm just, I'm getting our podium finishers in the party as we speak.
Hey, Palmer, that's for filling my house with a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, you got to feel for Tice and SMM Murray. That was absolutely crazy out there. Like I said, Viper just stealing the fastest lap by the skin of his teeth. Unbelievable.
Oh. I think, I'm not sure, I put it to public, the party to public after you suggested the players. Hopefully the invites have gone through.
Now the invites have gone through.
Yep.
Yeah, now we just wait for those to come into the party. Because like I said, this is going to be some insane podium interviews here thus far.
So we've got Hair Razor in so far.
Oh my God.
James is in.
I'll tell you what, I'm going to need a water after this, let me tell you what.
Viper's in. Okay, Palmer's in. These are the 2 guys that I need to have a word with because this is insane. Viper, just quickly before we can conduct the interviews, did you tell Palmer to slow down at the end of the race?
Yes.
Okay, so Palmer, you are currently under investigation and may have a 15-second time penalty.
I wasn't going to do it. Okay, I literally said I wasn't going to do it because I didn't want it to be like Indianapolis for F1 with Rins Barrichello and Michael Schumacher. I wasn't going to do it. I literally said I'm not going to do it.
Why is the
I don't know if you had the stream up as well, but you may have a 15-second time penalty, which pit lane infringements, but that's fine. We'll discuss that later. You may have a 15-second time penalty. Now, if you do, you need to look at the race results and look at the gap between you and Viper.
I can do that right now.
Look at the gap. It's 1/10 of a second.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
So,
even after if the penalty. If the penalty is, it would be 1/10 the difference between Palmer and Viper. Viper, you could have won this race.
I know. If the penalty goes through, I could have won 2 races in a row. But hey.
But regardless, if you don't get the penalty, you'll still finish first. If you get the penalty, you'll finish first.
Right. So we'll negotiate with the penalty thing later. But let's start off with the podium interviews. Doug Barrow. Obviously, we thought you were doing the one stop, and I think that's what you were doing. And you just held on by the skin of your teeth at the end right there. Tell us about your race today.
I don't know what was going on in my race today. I mean, I'm only where I am but due to Tej and K&K Dot. I don't know what's going on. I haven't got any pace at the moment. Mooselot was closing me down so much at the end, but he had to pit in. Otherwise, he would have had me. So result.
Yeah, obviously it just blew the championship wide open with the disconnects from some of the side max guys and TGIS as well. But yeah, it looked like at the end there you were really struggling with your fuel and tires, and Mushal I think just couldn't be able to hold on much longer. And obviously he actually had a spin coming out on his splash and dash as well. I mean, you got to be obviously happy with your P3 finish, and completely unexpected as well, Doug, I have to say.
Very unexpected. Knew I'd have enough fuel. I mean, across the line with 0.3 or 0.4 of a lap left. I didn't need to fuel save as much as I did in the last lap and take it slow as much as I did in the last lap until I saw how much time was left. And I thought, I'm not going to have enough to do another lap after this. So just slow right down. And I heard in the background through someone else's mic that he'd had a spin. So I was like, right, that's it. Just ease right off and just get it across the line just after the time finishes.
So a completely unexpected podium for you, Doug, and probably will be and probably could be the same for Hair Razor as well, coming through for second place. I think your first second place of the season as well, Hair Razor. I don't think you either expected to be ending up on the podium where you are right now.
Oh my God, I'm sweating. God, what a race! Oh my God. Yeah, I tried my best to keep up with obviously Keelan, but oh man, he was too quick. And but I thought, if I keep consistent and go for a 2-stop strategy, which helped me really well, and I kept out of trouble, and I did my best to try and get up the board. But obviously, I got second, which I'm very pleased about, really, to be honest.
Yeah, and so obviously the disconnects from Tice and K&K Dot as well. I think it's now just blew this championship wide open for the 2 Winding Road racing cars as well. You've obviously got to be more a little excited, because I think you've just been given a humongous break now with the points as they are right now. So you're going to take home a nice, comfortable amount of points as well. And I do believe Keelan did get the fastest lap of this race. But going forward, obviously, do you think you might have gotten yourself a big break today, or are there any other terms of emotions you might be having right now?
Well, I was hoping for at least 3rd or 4th, maybe, but but to get second was really good. And Teach, who, oh dear, I can't believe I got him as well. So even though he got disconnected, but all the drivers did well today, to be honest.
And so we're going to finally move on to the man in first for GT4, and it's got to be and I bet some of the Sidemax Motorworks guys are feeling absolutely relieved after that race win, the Keelan. Obviously, your other teammates, Yure and K&K Dot, had disconnects, unfortunately, as well, but it's got to be a huge breath of fresh air for the Sidemax Motorworks guys right now. Tell us about your race today, Keelan.
I don't think he's here.
I think he did pop in. Did he actually? Yeah, we'll quickly.
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, is it?
See, he was trying to get more of that fresh air, like I said earlier. So,
Hello.
so I'll repeat what I said myself, Keelan. It's got to be a humongous it's got to be a tremendous amount of relief for you guys at the Cymax Motorworks camp right now, especially with the disconnects that Yuri and KNK Dot had experienced right now. I assume it's got to be, like I said, it's got to be a humongous breath of fresh air that you and the Cymax team are experiencing right about now.
I mean, I wouldn't say that hard. It's absolutely it's a nightmare that we've had 2 disconnects, and I do want to apologise to KNK if he's watching. I'm sorry for the pinch at turn 1 on the start. I thought that Tice was around the outside and didn't realise that he backed off. I completely forgot to put my radar on, and that's the reason why we had the start that we did. We lost those 2 positions. KNK did really well to make it up back up into second, overtaking Hair Razor, and I just tried to follow him through. And then he started to slow on the straight, and I was a bit confused. I thought he was taking his penalty to try and let me go ahead to catch up. But then when I went through the corner, I heard the tyres screech and him smash into the wall. I was like, oh god. And then Yera was just running his race. He had 50% fuel and was about to pit, so he would have jumped the guys ahead. But he just disconnected. And then it was up to me. Tice ran a really solid race. He let me by, and I was hoping that he'd battle, but in the long run, I sort of realised that he was trying to stay behind just to keep the pace and possibly even save fuel. And then I got hit by Grand J10 going through turn 4. It's alright, things happen. It gave the place to Tice and was on the back foot then, but I much rather prefer attacking than defending, and it was just about trying to catch him from there. I tried to go for an undercut, it worked by about 1.5 seconds, and then unfortunately Tice got the disconnect going into turn 6, I think, and yeah, it was just a nightmare there. And then I decided to pit fastest lap, which I've been trying to get into 27s this whole time, and I still missed out by 4 thousandths. I'm not very happy.
I think I did say that you did get the fastest lap as well, so that's another bonus point for you. But you're going to take a sizable championship lead after the disconnect from both Tice and KNK Dot, who were pretty much both on your tail, and it's just given Hairraiser and Doug pretty much a fighting chance now, and pretty much a good chance to rise in the championship fight. But it's obviously got, like I said, a huge breath for you and the Cymax team right now.
Yeah. And
so
it was a bit of a strange one with the disconnects, because looking at it, Yera nor KNK Dot were lagging. They just left. As in, I was in a party with Yera, and I think he was in a bit of disbelief that he didn't know what actually happened until it said that he'd been kicked out, which was really unfortunate. But I can say that he will be coming back fighting as well as KNK Dot, and we're hoping to return back to the podium and the top step.
Yeah, obviously it's got to be a tough day for the Spaniards, who've done tremendously well, especially for KNK Dot as well, who did all that time and energy to actually, to be fair, put that livery together for just today, I believe. I'm not too sure. But
No, I think he's remaining that for the rest of the season. He said that there's too many of the same liveries, and I was like, you know what, fair enough, we will. Yeah, and I've got my special livery coming in 2 weeks, I think. Well, I don't even know what day it is. Yeah, in 2 weeks I will have one, and I can't wait to share it with everyone. But yeah, I don't know what... also, a hint, next week there'll be a new livery on one of the cars in the Group 4. But I can't tell you who and which car it is.
So we're looking forward to another livery for one of the Cymax cars, and obviously you take home another decent championship winning result today as well. We're going to move on to the GT3s at long last as well, starting with James Head, and you get your first podium of the season as well. So getting some spotlight on for the number 7 Ferrari. Of course, you had a bit of an up and down day as well, but you held on for a GT3 podium finish here today. Tell us about your race today, James.
I think up and down really marks how that race went. Obviously, I spun a couple of times out on track, especially within the first 15 minutes of the race, which cost me the time. It was unfortunate to see Yera disconnect. I think it wasn't down to his connection alone, so that's something that needs to be looked in at behind the scenes. And it's happened 2 weeks in a row as well, so I'll add that for the record. But to pick up P3, I know I had Grand J10 pretty much in my back pocket from about halfway through the race. He didn't have the pace to keep up. He was making mistakes himself. But all in all, I think my first podium here in Ferrari Challenge couldn't come better enough because honestly, yeah, I didn't expect it, to be honest.
And so a good day for you, James. And I do presume, I think you did confirm that you were going full-time for the remainder of the season as well. I'm not sure.
Yep.
Okay, so yeah, you are going to be driving in the 7 for the remainder of the season as well, hopefully fighting for the champion as well, so this is a good start for you, obviously, as well. We'll move on quickly to the man in second place, SLM Viper, another podium for you today as well, and I think, my God, you and Palmer were fighting it out with Yuri early in the race as well, and I think you two have both got to be really, really upset that Yuri had that disconnect, but of course, you take whatever points you can get today as well. So tell us about your race today, CJ.
Yeah, that was a really good battle in the first 15 minutes of the race. I wish it would have gone on a little bit longer right there. But, you know, kudos to Palmer on that race when me and him, after the first stint, we kind of split our strategies in a way. I tried putting more fuel in the car to try and undercut him all the way at the end. But obviously just a little bit of mistakes here and there, not as much, came around and... you know, take what I could get, and you know, James is pretty much far back away where I really didn't have to worry about him. So I said, you know what, I'm going to try and get the fast lap if I can. And I mean, I was practically going wide twice in the last lap of that race, just trying to get the fast lap. And I got to give thanks to Grand J10 for a little bit of the draft there at the end right there. That really, really helped me as well. So. But, you know, we could take whatever points that we can get for the race here and move on to the next race next weekend.
Good day for you in the 20 SLM Viper. So you'll be another. I think this is actually going to put you right in line with Yuri in terms of championship points, if not just behind. So this is still going to help you for second in the championship as well. And so we'll finally move on to our race winner, and I'm gonna be a little biased here. I'm actually glad to see the Home for Heroes livery in Victory Lane here today. SLM Palmer, you take this special frontline workers themed livery here today and take it to Victory Lane here. Of course, you got to be a bit ecstatic, taking a full championship lead here today as well. 25 points, I believe as well. I think you did held on to the fastest lap as well, but it was a dead heat for that final extra point, and that did eventually go to Viper's way, but you will take 25 points for the championship. Tell us about your race today, Palmer.
Yeah, I'm extremely happy with that. Of course, because I wasn't aware that I had so many penalties. I have no idea where the hell they came from, and I'm unaware of what I did wrong. So, of course, that will be explained probably after the race. Yep. But yeah, I'm definitely smiling from ear to ear. Yeah, I mean, like the Heroes was of the charity which I've got on my car for this weekend. I had to fight for that win. Yeah, of course, it's very unlucky for Yuri to have that disconnect. It definitely robbed everyone and us of a three-way battle for the lead. Yeah, I was quite surprised that Viper sort of fueled a bit more in the first stop. I think he ruined his race, I think, from then. Which, of course, I was pulling away as I had better pace in the second stint. Yeah, the third stint, I was just basically not taking any risks, just sort of braking early into the corners, letting the car roll in, Yeah, I didn't want to bottle a win like I've already done this week in another league. Yeah, it's been a very very good race. Of course, it's of course, not smiles all round for some of the field. Of course, Ty's got robbed of the win, I think. But well done to everyone who took part. It was a very, very good race.
So a good day for all of our participants in the GT3 and GT4 class. Of course, it was definitely probably the most unexpected finishing order that I think we've ever seen in the series so far. We're going to kind of hopefully rebound for this, and obviously, hopefully, we can fix the issues as well. So we will take a look off the scenes. The admin team will obviously focus on getting better connection issues for all of the guys, especially for those in Spain as well. But ladies and gentlemen, if you did enjoy today's action, if you did enjoy, please leave a like, leave a comment, and if you want to follow up for the rest of the season, please do subscribe to the SLM YouTube channel. I have been joined by Elliot F64, and I am the main commentator for today's race, S_RZ. Congratulations to all of our finishers in the GT3 and GT4 class, and we'll see you guys next week for, I don't know where we're going, I believe. Yes, so if anyone else wants to check up for where we are going to go real quickly. Let me get up the...
Red Bull Ring.
Is it Red Bull Ring? Yeah,
Yes.
I want to double check that as well.
I believe
you can spell calendar.
Is it in the rain as well, Elliot?
Sorry?
Is Red Bull Ring in the rain?
For God's sake, no, please.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Oh, turn 5 and 6 gonna be honourable for you, isn't it?
And I'm going to end on that note right there for that overreaction as well. We'll see you guys next week for another wet and rainy Red Bull Ring circuit.